Now, some of the hardest skills to learn in pickleball involve touch. Here's some drills I've put together for you to try at home. Super easy to practice as long as you've got a wall. You can do them, outside or inside. Ideally, you want to measure. I've put a tape here, which is at 34 inches, which is the correct height at the center of the pickleball net. I've put a tiny target area, which kind of helps obviously keep that ball nice and consistent. I've also marked out where the no volley zone line would be, or the kitchen line. If you've got a larger driveway, you can extend, or obviously if you have a larger outside area, you can mark out the whole court. But this is a great way to practice at home. You obviously don't need a partner. Super easy skills, and just getting those reps in, repeating over and over, is the best way to develop yourself and that consistency as a pickleball player. So for the first drill, I'm going to focus on maintaining a good solid contact point out in front of my body. And I'm shifting my weight onto the relevant foot. So I'm only stepping forward if I hit that ball accidentally short to reach. Otherwise, I'm trying to stay balanced, meeting it in front, focusing on watching the ball. For my second drill, I'm going to isolate my forehand. I'm going to start one paddle distance from the wall. And I'm going to just focus on controlling that ball, trying to keep it up above net height. And then I'm going to gradually move back, add a tiny bit more pace to the ball, still maintaining that contact point in front. As I start to get further back, I'm going to have to push through the ball a tiny bit more, and then I'm going to gradually control and come forward. I want these steps to stay tiny so that you're moving a small amount forward and backwards each time. I'm just going to keep repeating over and over, working on keeping that ball controlled, starting to push through as I get further and further back. Okay, now we're going to do exactly the same on the backhand side. Looking to keep that contact point out in front. As you get that ball under control, you can start to move backwards. As I say, keep the steps nice and small, and then moving back in. Okay, now we're going to try joining those two together. Doesn't have to be alternate. You can just go with whichever direction the ball travels. Just still trying to keep that contact point in front, keeping those steps nice and small, focusing on maintaining that good solid contact point out in front. Once you've made it back to the kitchen line, you can start to head back in. Okay, for the last drill of this set, we're going to start on the kitchen line, dinking that ball, keeping it nice and steady. As you start to get under control, you're going to start to move back away from the kitchen line, add a little bit more power to the ball, start to extend through. Can be forehand or backhand. Starting to step into the ball now that we are moving further back. Still trying to keep it in that target area, nice and steady. Now you want to try and go as far back as you can. If you have a larger driveway, you can probably measure out the full court. For me, I've only got about 2/3 of a pickleball court. Once you've got that ball under control, you're going to start to move forward again, back to the dink, and then repeat.
We've helped thousands of players around the world add power and consistency to their game using the TopspinPro.